Hey guys, this is what I see every evening when it's pretty like this when I walk out my back door. It's absolutely beautiful. I was excited to do this video because I wanted to kind of show you guys where I live and tell you a couple of things that's happened here. Right up there, let me zoom it in. Right up there on the hill, I've walked up in there and looked around. They've actually made little blinds up there. Not little, like, I don't even know how they drug the logs that they drug to make the blinds that they did. They were humongous, which, you know, they pull trees from the roots out of the ground, and big trees. So, I mean, I can imagine, but it's just unbelievable the things that they can do sometimes. But this is the view that goes on around to the front porch. And there's the chestnut tree. Them things, you better make sure you got shoes on if you're going to walk up through there. It's not fun getting chestnut burrs in your feet. Which, you know, a lot of people talk about grounding and walking barefoot to be one with nature. I've been going barefoot since I was a little girl. I was grounding before I knew it was a thing all my life. But then, let me show you what I did. Here's the little plants that I went and got. The little mint plants that I went and got up the holler. Quite a few of them. And I watered them, and they were looking pretty rough, and they were making it up on that hill in the heat. Right in the gravel, they were growing. So I thought they were supposed to grow in moist areas, but these were struggling to grow, and they were super thin, so hopefully they'll do better here. And then after they start getting a little bit better, I can transfer them around the property in better places. But then, look here. Right there. As you can see, that's where I got the mint. See that cut right there? I drove earlier. See that power line right there? Let me zoom it in. I think that's all we can zoom. A little bit more. That's where I got the mint, right up there. And that's the holler. And it comes down the mountain, zigzags back down, and then goes down that way, and then comes around, and then there's a tunnel right there. And you come back up and come straight up on my hill. Ouch, bugs are eating me alive. I just wanting to show you how beautiful this place can be in the evening time. There's a little deer water. Make sure that they got cool water in the evening times. I'll put a little bit more water in there and try to flush out all the bad water and cool it down for them so they have water to drink. Not just the deer, but all the wildlife. So we have a little possum that lives here. He's absolutely adorable. And I'm sure many more, but the one that comes close, he's so adorable. And we've got a lot of raccoon and deer, and we've got 2 bears that lives in the holler, and we just got a lot of beautiful wildlife around here. But speaking of Sasquatch stuff, back up in there, if you go back far enough, like on top of this hill, and walk back past, there's a house on this very top of the hill. You go right here and you go on up, and he lives right up there. But if you go past his house, there is nothing back that way for like 20 miles. Nothing, just forests. And back this way is a state park. It's 2 miles from my house, probably not even 2 miles. I think a lot of the Sasquatch live there too, but I think they're 2 different clans. I really do, from the evidence that I've collected. There's a clan that lives in my holler, and then there's a clan that lives, maybe 2 clans that lives in the park. because when I hear my recordings, you can tell how many's there by how many tree knocks. I think I've said this many times on my audio recordings. When they tree knock to locate each other, they do that. They try to locate with different things too. They can tree knock, they can whistle, they can just vocalize, but when they tree knock, you can kind of count how many is there by how many knocks goes further away from the recorder. And in one spot I heard 12 knocks, and then another spot about 2 miles from there I heard 11. And in the holler, from what I gather from the footprints, there's looks like a big male, a female, a juvenile, and either an old male or an old female. And you can tell because the toe, it looks like when I cast their footprints, it's almost like their toes are drawn up. I'll have to show you some of those casts, like old people feet that's drawn up with arthritis. So, and it may be 2 little juveniles, because I've actually found the footprints inside of the mother's footprints, and they're 2 different sizes. So it could be 2 little juvenile, mother, father, and grandparents. Just a family of them. And they've lived there for generations. I think it's quite beautiful. But yeah, this is a rundown on my area. Look how beautiful. I go back in here sometimes. I have let me get over to it. I'm barefoot, and there's poison ivy over here. I mean, poison oak, sorry. I don't want to get in it. Let me watch where I step. Okay. Oh, hey, babe. She's so sweet. What are you doing? You watching? She's the one that got hit by the car and sticks around here. Hi. Hi, my girl. What you doing? But, I want to talk about something. You don't never want to feed wildlife. It's not a good thing to feed wildlife because they get dependent on you feeding them. The only reason why that we fed her corn, and we got cracked corn from the store, was because she had got hit by a car, and her leg was, you can tell how she limps. Watch, see how she limps on that leg? She got hit by a car, and we thought she was going to die, and she would lay in the yard, and we would throw corn, and she would just lay there and pick at it and eat. Well, eventually, she started standing up on her legs, and she just never went away. And we tried not feeding her, and she just never went away. Even if we didn't feed her anything, she still didn't go away. We've been trying to clean this place up too. It's been a hard mission. When we moved here, there were things that were old and needed cleaned up, and things that were piled in the yard. And we still have a long ways to go before we get this place the way that we wanted it. Hi, my love. It's my little pretty girl. Let's see what she's doing. I can't tell what she's doing. Hi. What's her doing? Let's see if she'll come to me. What's the pretty girl doing? Huh? What's her doing? No corn this week. I'm trying to taper you off, girlie. You need to go in the wild, and you need to eat wild food. Your leg is healed now. And she's not pregnant. She's just healthy. No more. I love you, but no more. No, you don't go over there near the porch and beg. It's pretty though. And I love you. And I hope you still come around. She's got a baby here somewhere. It must be laying in the woods. Where's your baby? I don't want her to teach the baby that she can eat human food or to go around humans. That's one reason why that we wanted to stop it. It's because we want her to teach the baby that the baby doesn't go around humans. But she's so pretty. You're so pretty, but she won't come real close to us anymore. She used to come real close, but we've kind of ignored her a little bit, and she stays her distance. So hopefully she stays pretty far away, and she goes back into the wild and does what she's supposed to do. I love you. She's so pretty. Get back up in here. This is a little kid's pool. We decided to put them a pool up. It's a tiny little... Me and my daughter built this. It isn't the prettiest in the world. But this used to be just mud here, and there was nothing we could do with it. Pretty soon we're going to take concrete and we're going to go in between it and fix it up really nice. But for right now, it did the job. Them rocks were heavy. And we had to haul them in our side by side and then carry it up. It was a mission. Yeah. Here's a girl. See, we gotta haul all that off over there. What are you doing, huh? You go somewhere. Her go. No, don't act like that you want something. We're not doing it no more. You're gonna have to teach baby. You find stuff in the wild. Alright guys, I just wanted to give you a rundown on our beautiful place in the evening. I was hoping that we would hear a wood knock or something going on, but I guess not. But I truly hope you guys enjoyed the little video of the backyard and all the cool things that we have going on here. Bye guys. Last shot of my little growing peppermint. Let's hope deer